Hi, everyone. Carol here, medium and spiritual messenger, and it is time for the weekly channeled lesson from Spirit. As always, this information comes from my spiritual team and is designed to be shared with you in hopes that it will bring benefit to you for this week. This week, I only know that we want to be talking about opportunities. And so with that, I'm going to welcome in my spiritual team to begin to speak with us about opportunities. And the first thing that they would like to say to us is that there's a very big difference between the opportunities that we receive from Spirit versus the opportunities that we receive from mankind. And that can be the opportunities that they talk about that we wish to manifest for ourselves and our own personal desires, as well as the opportunities that maybe someone around us may want us to engage in. So we think of family, friends, coworkers, and partners. They all have intentions. They all have desires, and they may want something from us. And so these opportunities arise as well. Now, each of these opportunities, they're saying to me, has a very different resonance to it, has a very different vibration. And so we want to kind of look at these three levels of opportunities. In the first level of opportunity are those that we create for ourselves. These come from our own intentions and our own desires. And there's nothing wrong with that. If we have a desire and we have an intention for something and we want it very strongly, there's nothing wrong with the fact that those opportunities are going to come for us and to us because of our intention and desires. We are capable of creating and manifesting in the world. But we also want to be very careful here. They're talking about is that our intentions and our desires come as a result of our own ego. Sometimes those can come from a place of vanity, from a place of fear, from a place of lack. And so we may feel the need to create something in order to protect ourselves or to give ourselves something that we feel may be in our best interest. And this is going to be very different from that which Spirit brings to us, which will always be in our best interest. But I want to step quickly into the other side, which again, we mentioned just very briefly here, which are those opportunities that come from other individuals. Because you see, we have an intention and other individuals have an intention. And they may want to work with you, or they may want to cause you harm, or they may want to see you fail. And so their intentions may inadvertently create opportunities that you don't want to step into. Now, you may want to step in those because if they align with something that Spirit has for you, or they align with your own personal intentions, there's nothing wrong with that. But if that person's alignment is different from yours or is not in your highest and best good, we need to be capable of discerning the different levels between our opportunities that arise from our intentions, from the opportunities of the intentions of others. And so we want to move now to that third level of opportunity that is provided to us by Spirit. And they're talking about this being very, very different. An opportunity from Spirit may feel uncomfortable at times, and it probably will be. It's going to cause you to have to expand, to have to grow, and maybe to step out and to do something that's just a little outside of your box. It will always be in your best and highest good. And as a result of this, you're going to be very drawn to it. But they're also talking about needing to be careful between discerning that opportunity which comes from our own ego, right? I really want that car. I really want that car because I'm going to look good and I'm going to feel good. This is a very different intention than Spirit driving you to perhaps needing a car because I don't know, there's just something that says it's time to get a new car. Maybe Spirit knows that your car is failing or that it's time for you to upgrade and have something rewarding in your life because you've earned it or deserved it or you can afford it. And maybe in the inside, you've not allowed yourself to be able to have this freedom. So they're talking about sitting with your intentions, sitting with your opportunities and asking yourself, where is this opportunity really coming from? Is it something that I really want for myself? Is it something that's being created by someone else? Or is Spirit really opening a door for me? And they're kind of showing me my own life when, to use as an example for you, when I was given the opportunity to move into this type of spiritual work, I could really feel it very strongly. It was pulling at my heartstrings. It was something that I really desired. It was something that I wanted. I knew it was going to have benefit. Now, I had a lot of responses to that, right? I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of hesitation. I had to overcome a lot of obstacles, but I knew that it was going to make me grow and expand. And there was something just pulling and nagging, urging me forward. So in many ways, this opportunity is kind of like the carrot, right? It's moving us forward. It's pulling us. When an intention is coming from us, we're driving it. So it has a very driving force as opposed to a pulling force. We recognize that it's coming from us. Now, that's not to say that spirit won't inspire you, but they have very different energies and very different feels. So take a couple of moments and look back on your life and say, when was I really led to an opportunity where I wouldn't have chosen it for myself? But looking back, I realize now, wow, that was really a moment where God was taking me into the path that I needed to go. And look at that and identify those aspects for yourself that says, wow, I do see the difference. Then try to find something in your life where you've wanted to create an opportunity for yourself and ask yourself, was that really the right move? Was I being driven and inspired to that? Or did I create it because I thought I wanted it? And then I ended up making a mistake. Now, those lines can be very subtle. And by the way, there are no such thing as mistakes. Sorry, I'm being corrected. There's only learning, right? And opportunity. But when we create from this place of our personal intention, sometimes we will find that they can have ramifications that taught us something, but may not necessarily have been in our highest or best good. Now, that is also not to say that spirit won't take us into difficult experiences. Those are there for a reason, and we need to embrace them and ask ourselves, what was the opportunity that came out of this experience? Again, if I compare myself or use myself as an example, where I look back at the fact that, roughly 14 years ago, I became unwell. This would not have been something that I would have chosen for myself. I do believe that my choices manifested that illness or that situation, but it also had a very divine purpose to it. And so we can look into our opportunities, whether we created or they came from spirit, and we can say, what is the opportunity? What can I learn out of this? And spirit can move us through those experiences. The last thing that I feel like I need inspired to say is to be very cautious about the intentions of others, because those can really have the biggest pitfalls for us, right? If we get trapped into the intentions of others for us, and I hate to use this, but I'm being given a comparison of some of the things that we're dealing with in society today. If we feel like others are telling us what we need to do, what we should do, what we have to do, we are basing our opportunities and decisions on the intentions of others. That's not to say that we can't consider them, and we should. If the opportunity is there, it might be something that we need to look at. But ultimately, the decision about what to do with that opportunity and whether it aligns with us and our purpose and our life is our decision. And we should not be surrendering that to others. So you might even think of it in terms of a very simple example. Let's say someone wants to work with you, wants to create a project with you, you have to really ask yourself, is this an opportunity that they're creating that I need to walk into? Does it align with who I am? Or is it simply their intention and they are trying to manifest something in their life? You do not have to necessarily take that opportunity. This is why it's really important for us to be in tune with ourselves, right? To know who we are, to have a very strong sense of what our purpose is. And again, I'm also hearing from Spirit as saying, and if you're not sure if it's a good thing, so take it to the highest source. They're going to have your best good in mind. And so allow them to assist you in figuring out whether or not that's right for you. I know, for example, I can get excited about opportunities. I love to do things. I love to have experiences, especially when it comes to spiritual work. But I have an opportunity over here and an opportunity over there and an opportunity over here. And I have to tend to sometimes step back and ask myself, are these opportunities coming at us, right? Because we're always being bombarded on the internet or, through our email or through others with come here and look at this or buy this or take this course or let's do this. We need to be in alignment with ourselves to be sure that those opportunities are a good fit for us. This way, we're choosing those that really are going to lead us in the right direction. So I hope this gets you thinking today about the three different types of opportunities, because Spirit wants you to understand they have a very different resonance and a very different vibration. If you are working in conjunction with Spirit and your higher self, and you're aligned in your own self, you're going to be able to more clearly see those opportunities that are being brought forward for you, as opposed to those that are coming to you, but they may not always be in your best and highest good. So this really aligns with what they're telling me is the power of choice, understanding what choices we need to make that are in our best and highest good. So that's it for the channeled lesson for the week. I kind of interpreted it a little bit more today than I did doing it literally, but this is the information that was coming through. So I hope you find this to be of benefit. And they're talking about really taking time to sit down and meditate on some experiences again where you felt guided and recognizing what that feels like. And once you get that vibration and connection, you'll be more able to readily recognize that. It is about knowing yourself and working in conjunction with Spirit in a co-creative process and aligning your life for where you need to go. So thank you for joining me. And until next week, have a wonderful, blessed, and healthy week. Bye-bye.